What's up, YouTube friends? It's your girl Malika from beingmymalika.com, and I am back with another video. And so today I wanted to film a video talking about how I stay within my grocery budget. And the first thing that I tell people always when they ask me how do I save money on groceries is meal planning. That is my number one tip for being able to save money on your grocery bill. So today I'm going to kind of walk you guys through the process of how I meal plan for a week. I generally just do 1 week at a time. Even though I do a 2-week paycheck budget, I generally just do 1 week of meal planning because it's too much more than that and I get kind of overwhelmed. So when I do my regular weekly planning, I will sit down and do my meal plan. And actually I kind of do my meal planning even starting a little bit earlier, because here where we are, our grocery store circulars actually start on a Wednesday. And that is the biggest piece to keeping your groceries under budget, is to shop the sales and use the circulars. So I'm going to go through my process of how I come up with my grocery meal plan. And basically it starts with, one, going through the circulars, checking to see what's on sale and what's in the grocery store. 2, taking an inventory of what I already have at home, what's in my deep freezer, what's in my regular freezer, what's in my refrigerator, and what's in my pantry. And 3, coming up with meals that use those items, what's on sale plus what I already have in my refrigerator or freezer. And I use that to come up with my meals for the week. I do sometimes use HelloFresh because that is an easy option when we have like really busy weeks. It already has the recipes and the ingredients for us all together. If you want to try HelloFresh, I will leave my referral code down in the description box so that you can try that out. I absolutely love it. I tried it on a whim and now we're hooked on it. And then also what I will do is I will think about what kind of snacks I want to have for the week. I actually eat all 3 of my meals at home. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at home every day because I work close enough to where I can eat before I go to work, and I come home for lunch in the afternoons. So it's important to make sure that I have food for lunch and for breakfast as well. So I take all of that into account, and that is how I complete my meal plan for the week. So again, I'm just going to walk you guys through the process, what I use, and the kind of tools I use to come up with a meal plan that keeps our family within and usually well below a budget of $100 per week. So if you want to see that, make sure you keep watching. All right, so the first thing that I am doing for my meal planning process is checking to see what it is that I have ordered from HelloFresh so that I can go ahead and add those meals to my meal plan first. As always, I want to make sure I get my rebate, so I'm clicking through Rakuten, and then I am going to my account on HelloFresh just to see what meals that I have personally for the week. And now the next thing that I'm going to do is check out our local grocery store flyer. Now here, our local grocery store, well, my favorite one at least, is H-E-B. If you don't have one, I'm sorry. But this one is like bomb. So I'm checking their flyer to see what all they have on sale for the week. And I'm going to go through and see. I see those apples. I know I want to get those. Also, our store does this sale called Combo Locos, and so it's buy one item get another item free, and it's generally like the item that goes with whatever you bought. Like if you saw that one, it was the rotel with the cheese. So I always want to make sure I'm checking to see which Combo Locos they have for that week coming up, just in case that's something that my family will eat or use. And I just go through and check all of the things that I think are a good deal, and also check out that last the big combo at the end. It's usually you buy like the main meat and you get all of the accessory stuff that goes with it for free. So always make sure that you are checking your local grocery store ads to see what they have on sale. Now, after I have checked my local grocery store, I'm going to check and see what is in the Aldi flyer for the week. Aldi is a great spot to get your fresh produce. It's generally really cheap, but it's also a good place to find kind of knockoffs of your favorite brands and see what you can kind of sub to save money. So here I am just kind of going through and looking at the things I want to buy. It is the day before the Super Bowl, so they have a lot of like Super Bowl kind of foods. So the hot wings were on sale, like the regular chicken wings are on sale, pizzas, drinks, that kind of thing. And so I'm just going through and looking at things that I could use to make meals for my family this week. So I also checked the ad for things like snacks and quick meals for the kids to kind of see what they have. So they had some salami that I can eat. I'm doing keto right now, so that makes a good snack for me. Also, they had onion rings, barbecue sauce, things that the kids can eat themselves when it's a night where nobody really wants to cook. Okay guys, so again, this is kind of how we start as we look and see what we got. Like I know I have waffles, although I'm doing keto right now, so I'm not eating those. I have frozen fruits, I have cauliflower. This is frozen chicken, this is biscuits for the kids. Here is all of my potato products here. So I have hash browns, I have sweet potato fries, I have these kind of Chick-fil-A waffle fries, fish sticks, and chicken nuggets in here. So those are things that I know that I have in my freezer. Also in my refrigerator, I'm going to finish that today. That is the leftover okra and tomatoes that I made at the beginning of the week. There is mushrooms and breakfast sausage that I've been having for breakfast. And there's not too much else. There is some spinach and avocado down here and condiments. And that's pretty much it. So the refrigerator is pretty much starting from scratch. My pantry, though, I do keep a lot of staples. Obviously bread. I keep beans always. This is some nasty liquid vitamins. They're good for you, but they taste gross. I keep beans, tomatoes, cream of mushroom, and cream of chicken soup. Rotel is something that is also always in my pantry, and tuna fish. And then up here, I usually keep baking stuff. I'm actually out of chicken broth. That's what usually goes there. Kind of like powder soup and things like that. That's some French onion soup. All of my condiments here. Down here I have potatoes and onions and some roux. So those are the things that I keep over here, as well as over here in this area. Like I know I have some big shells. I have things like grits. I have oats. This is over here generally where the kids stuff is. So this is all of the things that they'll use for oatmeal. And then I keep oatmeal in here, protein shakes, mug cakes that the kids like, granola bars, things like that. This is where a lot of the stuff for their breakfast and lunches will go. So I know that I have some of these things over here. And in here especially, which she was supposed to put up, but I tend to always keep beans. I have red beans, black eyed peas, and lima beans. All of the kind of dry goods, the flours and sugars are all over there. Next, I am checking my deep freezer, and yes, I know it needs to be defrosted. It's a horrible mess. But I know that in here I have pasta. I have some green beans. I have always cheese, and somewhere down in there, cream cheese. Toaster strudels were on sale at our grocery store last week, and I think they are this week as well. So I did pick up some of those. I have some fajita vegetables. There's always snacks for the kids. So there's corn dogs, breakfast corn dogs, Hot Pockets, things that they can have like when I'm not here. Also, like you see, I have, these are hamburger patties. There are some more cauliflower, some mixed soup vegetables, some strawberries. Again, lots of cheeses. I do keep cheese in the freezer. This box is almost empty, so I'm going to pull it out of here. That is a gumbo. broccoli it looks like we have left in here. Doesn't look like I have very much meat. So that's a thing. I don't have very much meat, so that is something I know that I will need to get this month. Because all I have is the chicken that's in the freezer in the house. So now that I've got kind of an idea of what I have in the freezer and what I have in the refrigerator and the pantry, I can go ahead and start working on a meal plan. Okay, so now that we've taken our inventory, we go back to our planner. And then the first thing I want to do is kind of look at our schedule for the week. Like, I know this week that Nicholas has basketball practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he has a game on Wednesdays. And then Saturday's going to be really busy for us. And Sunday will be my turn for cooking Sunday supper for the entire family. So I use that to kind of fill out my meal plan sheet, because obviously on a night when we have a game, we're not going to want something that's really difficult to cook or it takes a lot of time. We're going to probably do the leftovers for that kind of night. So we'll start off with this sheet. This is the weekly meal plan. These come in the I got these out of the home extension pack from the Happy Planner, and these recipe sheets are actually from the Recipe Keeper collection that they have. So I will start with this, and I like them because they have the days of the week, and then they have a space for your grocery list, and also somewhere where you can put snacks and things that you can prep, what you want to prep at the beginning of the week. So I'm gonna start with actually our HelloFresh meals that we already ordered, so I'll know where to put those. Monday is kind of an easy night for us. My son has no practice, so we usually don't have to be anywhere. So we would want to put like the longest meal or the most in-depth meal kind of on that day. And I don't want to use this pen. So for Monday, we're gonna do for dinner the pork meatballs with carrots and zucchini. And then the other two are relatively less involved. So we've got a teriyaki steak and a dill pork tenderloin. So I'm leaning towards putting this teriyaki steak on Thursday and the pork tenderloin on Saturday. The thing about these HelloFresh meals is that although there are 3 of us, we do the 2-person plan, and it's just enough food for us, but there are no leftovers. So I cannot count on having that food for lunch the next day. So I need to make sure that whatever I made earlier in the week, there's enough for me to have for lunch. And then the dill pork tenderloin for Saturday. Another thing, like I said, I have to take into account is on Sundays, my sister and I alternate cooking dinner for our whole family. So that's her and her kids and her husband, me and my kids, my dad, my brother, and kind of whoever else shows up. So that's kind of a bigger meal. So I always want to make prep for that. As I saw in my freezer, I have very little meat. So I'm going to have to get some kind of meat for Sunday, which is why we were looking through the sale papers. My favorite grocery store here is H-E-B, so I tend to look at H-E-B to see what they have. So I know that one of the things I want to get from H-E-B is ground beef, because the grass-fed ground beef is on sale for $5.99. And so I want to figure out something to do with that. Also, I need something that comes in a large pack, like a family pack of meat, because we are all going to be eating together. So like here it says they've got leg quarters or chicken thighs that are 99 cents a pound. Let's see what else we got. A lot of this is kind of Super Bowl food because the Super Bowl is coming. They got carnitas, skirt steak. So not a lot of like family packs of meat on sale at H-E-B. Or Let's see, they've got ribs at Aldi on sale, so that may be an option. I do want to get these chicken wings from Aldi because I think for Tuesday we're going to do kind of like knockoff wings, a knockoff Wingstop night where we'll do wings and fries. I'll do regular fries for the kids and then like zucchini fries for myself. So I'm gonna need zucchini, but I know that I already have regular fries in the refrigerator for the kids. So I do want to get the chicken wings. And again, Tuesday, my son's basketball practice actually starts at 7 and doesn't end until 8. So we will eat dinner late. So it's okay for us to spend a little bit more time cooking dinner because we won't eat it until late. Wednesday will be a leftover night. Generally on Friday, we usually will do a pizza because Friday night we tend to do like movie night. Has anybody tried the Aldi pizza? I've never tried it. I think I'm going to get one to try for this Friday just to see how the kids like it. We tend to do either the H-E-B pizzas or the pizzas from Sam's, the take and bake ones. Both of those run around $8, but these are $5. And so I'm thinking we may try this mega meat pizza from Aldi. So I'm gonna put that on my list of things I need to pick up. It's pizza. And I'll put that down for Friday night's dinner. So now that I have all the dinners taken care of, like I said, I eat all 3 of my meals at home. So I need to make sure that I have something for lunch every single day. Like on Wednesday, I'll be able to eat, you know, the leftover Wingstop. But basically the rest of these days, there's nothing left for me to eat. So what I think I'm going to do is fix a cheeseburger cauliflower casserole either today or Sunday to have for the week. And I already have cauliflower, so I don't need to get that. I'm getting hamburger. I already have cheese and the meats, so I know I'm gonna get I'm not gonna need to get any of those things. One thing I do know I need to get is lunch meat, because sometimes the kids do bring lunch for their sandwiches, and so they have sandwiches, so I need to have lunch meat and cheese for that. And generally I will get that from the deli at H-E-B. The next thing I want to think about is breakfast. I've been doing like egg scrambles for breakfast. I still have some stuff to be able to make it through this week. If Aldi has mushrooms on sale, I will probably grab some more mushrooms for that, because that's been working out for me for breakfast. So I'll have that egg scramble. And then the last thing that I'll do is just kind of go through the ad for the week for both grocery stores and see what is a good deal that I can put in my freezer. I have avocados. I got some last week, so I don't need any of those, although that is a good deal. Celery, I will probably get a bundle of celery because I have that bacon ranch dip from Sam's Club. That plus the celery is a good keto snack, so I might get that. I also need to get some kind of snack foods. I'll probably get some cheese and some like salami or some kind of meat like that. So looking on the inside of this flyer, I think I showed you guys this earlier as I was looking at it on the computer. I'm probably going to get some of this Simms sliced salami. Also probably going to get some these onion rings are $2.19, so I think I'm going to put some of those in the freezer for the kids. I want to try these bacon wrapped scallops and put some of those in the freezer while they're on sale. And then I think that was it for Aldi. As far as H-E-B goes, like I said, I definitely want to go ahead and get some of that ground beef. I wanted to get the ground beef. I may or may not pick up some more of these toaster strudels because they are $1 a piece and they make for a good breakfast for the kids during the week. As far as deals go on food though, not a lot else that I wanted to get from H-E-B. They do have chicken breast for $1.99 a pound. That's a pretty decent deal. But as far as the family, I still have to come up with something to feed everyone on Sunday. We're pretty low-key as far as what we eat. We're kind of a meat and rice. Oh, apples. That's what I wanted to get from H-E-B. So just a meat and some kind of sides. I keep things like macaroni and cheese, rice, and that kind of thing in the pantry. So that's not too big of a deal as far as coming up with it. It's just having enough meat for everybody. And I'm thinking I may just do these leg quarters and we'll just have some baked chicken for next week. And that may be the move. So maybe, leg quarters. And then we can have chicken, baked chicken with rice and some kind of vegetable, whichever one I pull out of the freezer. Probably maybe broccoli, because that's the one I could see. And so that is pretty much it as far as how I come up with my plan. Again, I go through and see exactly what I need for all of my meals every single day. Then I take into account snacks. Drinks, we don't drink a lot here besides water. So that's not a big part of our grocery budget. Sometimes I will buy orange juice if the kids aren't feeling well or things like that. But like for this week, I probably won't buy any drinks. I may get some milk because I know we don't have any. But other than that, yeah, we're not big on buying drinks. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to put an A for things I want to get at Aldi. And then an H for things that I'm planning to get at H-E-B. So this is at H-E-B. That's at Aldi. I'll get the zucchini and the pizza at Aldi. The lunch meat at H-E-B. Cheese at H-E-B. Mushrooms at Aldi. Celery at Aldi. The salami at Aldi. All of this is from Aldi. H-E-B is where they have the apples on sale and the leg quarters. And I'll probably get my milk from H-E-B. H-E-B actually, if I'm not going to Aldi, I will do an online order for the groceries at H-E-B, let them pick it, and I'll pick it up. But Aldi and H-E-B are right next to each other, so if I'm going to Aldi that week, I will just go ahead and go in H-E-B and pick out all of the things that I need. And this is pretty much going to be my grocery list for the week. Now, how do I know if I'm in budget? I am anal like that. So generally what I will do is H-E-B, I will take all of these things and put them into an online shopping cart, just like I was going to do a pickup order so I could see exactly how much that's going to be. And for Aldi, I would just go through and put in how much everything costs, and so that I could kind of figure out what I'm going to be spending at Aldi. So like I know that the chicken wings are $1.99 a pound, but I don't know how much that would be because I don't know how many pounds come in the package. But I would say maybe I'd spend $10 on chicken wings, another $1 for zucchini, $5 for the pizza, $1 for the mushrooms, 65 cents for the celery, $4 for the salami, $2.99 for the onion rings, and go in and add that all up to make sure that I was under the amount that I wanted to spend for that week on groceries. And then if there is a little extra left in the grocery budget, sometimes that means that the kids can get, say something like maybe there's cookies or something on Aldi. I'll buy them maybe a little bit extra sweets or something like that to have for a treat. But generally for snacks, I do like Sam's So like they have the granola bars and that kind of thing from Sam's. I'll buy the big boxes from there. So that is not part of my weekly. I do try to do Sam's like once a month. Usually that's enough. And it's after I check the flyer for the month. So like I haven't seen the new flyer for Sam's, but once I see that, I'll be able to say, hey, this month I'm going to pick up this, and this from Sam's. And also there are just some things that we always buy from Sam's, like rice. I don't know if you guys could see when I did the pantry tour, I have a giant white bucket that I keep filled with rice because we eat that pretty much every week. So things like rice, cream cheese, usually butter, kind of house staples that we can buy in bulk, I will generally get those from Sam's. But as of right now, we're not out of any of the staples except for rice. So I do need to do that. I'm going to put that and put a star by it because I need to get some rice from Sam's. So if I go there, I have enough for this week. But if I happen to be in Sam's this week for work or whatever, I'll remember to get some rice from there. And so that is how I plan out my food for the week so that I know I am staying under my budget. If you were wondering, the 3 HelloFresh meals come out to be about $60, $61. So that leaves me $140 for 2 weeks for the rest of my budget. This will cost me well under $70 between HEB and Aldi. So I'm not worried about being over budget at all. Next week, we will likely not do HelloFresh. And then we'll just do kind of the same process, except there'll be a few more meals that we'll have to cook, which will work out better because that makes for leftovers for me to have for lunches for the rest of the week. If you like videos like this, please let me know down in the comments, and make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.